I've always wanted to come on a safari, and in 2005 I was finally able to come to Kenya and Tanzania. And this village that I'm sitting in now is one of the villages I visited. And something about the magnetism of the people made me miss them when I was back home. I went over and over my photographs, trying to remember their faces and their names. And while I was here, I asked a lot of questions about the things, their life and how it is. Especially the women, because the women, I saw them carrying large jugs going for water. It's one way, 4 miles back, carrying the water jugs. And I thought, and of course, I think my first word I learned in Swahili was maji, which means water. I went home to California after my trip, and before I left here, I'd made up my mind I was going to start a safari company. Maybe never make any money, but I wanted to have a way of coming back and an excuse to come back. So I formed a small safari company, and I was back in 6 months and back to this village as one of our visits for our clients. And I renewed friendship, and what I found, interestingly enough, is they remembered my name. And I don't know how, of all the thousands of tourists they see, they remembered my name. So it really struck my heart. And I started asking questions about their school. And they have a small school, it's 2-room school. Right now it's only with 1 room, and they're overcrowded. So they need another schoolroom. And of course they needed a water well closer to their village. Over the years, since 2005, I have now created a small nonprofit. It's called Friends of Wani, Kenya International. And the word Wani, W-O-N-I, means vision in the Kamba language. Our little projects that we've done in this village is we brought the workbooks for the school children, which they can write composition in and also to do math in, and various other little things that they need. But the major thing they've needed is water. And so I started searching for funding through all of the different organizations in the United States, and finally found a company that at least recognized that water is needed, because water is life. Everything needs water. We're very fortunate at this time to be able to have a drilling rig just outside this village, and it's drilling a well, so the women don't have to walk that 4 miles and carry that heavy water back. Water is so heavy, I couldn't even pick up the container. Just 2 days ago, I was very honored I may not get through this. The Maasai gave me a name. So I now have a Maasai name. My Maasai name is NAMNYAK. And fortunately, to help me remember, they're making a bracelet with this on it so I can remember how to spell my new name. The women of the village are almost magnetic. I had an instant connection with one lady. Her name is Agnes, and she's beautiful. She has 2 small children, and when I first met her in 2005, she had a small baby. Now he's 5 years old, and so I've watched him grow over the years, and I can't explain it. There's something about the Kenya people, all of them. They're so friendly. They're always smiling. They're always happy. And the Maasai here live the way they've always lived for years. and their traditions are very strong, and they're very happy the way they are. And I just want to be able to help give them a few little things that will help their lives be a little bit better. And fortunately, we were able to find funding for this water well. And it was very exciting the other day when the water came in, and you see children walking through the water. They've never done something like that, play in the water. Then pretty soon, the people are walking in the water. Then they started singing, and that too was very emotional. I have such a big, loving spot in my heart for these people. I love them to pieces, and I miss them when I can't see them. When I'm home in California, all I want it to be is in Kenya. I'm sorry. Maybe I was Maasai in my other life, I don't know. But I love it here, and this area at the foot of Kilimanjaro, what beautiful scenery they have. And they want education for their children so they have a better life, and also to help them business-wise. And we hope that we can provide better education for these children in some way or another. And one of the first people I met was Joel. Joel was the spokesperson for the village when I first came here. And he explained all of their way of life, and I have some great pictures taken with he and Agnes, and maybe he can explain more about my visits, I don't know.
For the visit of Effie, it was marvelous, because first you came here, and actually we're always getting benefit for your visit coming here. When there's nothing about like an insultation that we ever get from you, it was always the advantages. There's no any demerits that we normally get, only the benefit, because for the promotion of the community, we get everything because of you. Let's say for the supporting of the community school, supporting everyone in the community, for our survival, let's say, especially right now after all our animals have gone. Always when we talk about the trout, there must be some kind of help that we always contributing to us, where we always thanking you, Effie.
That's because I love you.
Thank you.
I love you.